Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's your boy, Lano XL, Mr. 18 Pockets.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy, Mr. McGee, a.k.a. Boopy, a.k.a. Born Rich and Lano. Oh, my gosh. We got a legend in here.
Most definitely we got a legend.
And I don't even use that word loosely. You know what I mean? If I call him a legend, God damn it, he's a legend.
Oh, he paging, but yeah.
Either or.
Most definitely.
But yes, man, we got a guy who been putting in work for the city, holding down the city.
Yes.
Preach. I ain't gonna lie, bro. At one point, had the city on his back.
By itself.
This is a man who got the number man flow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me? And he'll clap at you.
Most motherfuckers definitely will.
Don't play like no. Don't play.
Hey, for sure.
Matter of fact, we had to tell him to leave the Draco in the car. Don't clap at nobody. It's a podcast, baby.
Then he brought the mini one in. He said, I'm going to leave the big one in the car, but I'm going to bring the mini one in here.
Paper, please. We just the podcast guys, man. Don't clap at either one of us.
And I want to say this about him. I want to say this. Somebody who had the streets at a time where it was congested with rap, and he took it. This was your city for 5 years straight.
And that's a fact, man. So if
5 years straight,
that's a fact.
I appreciate that.
And so if you don't know, get informed, get in tune. We got our brother, your brother, my brother, the City Paper.
What's
up, City Paper?
Man.
How the hell did that come? How the City Paper?
Oh, that's a good question. I was young paper. I was PJ in Lamar when I rapped with Pistol back in the day. And then I turned that. Yeah, that was not in the 90s. Mm-hmm. You know, I was in the group PJ and then I was PJ in Lamar because it was kind of PJ and Charlie, PJ and Mario or some shit. And I was PJ and Lamar. And then I stopped rapping before I had got in trouble in school. Okay. And I stopped rapping like from 99 to probably went to college and played ball. And then when I came out of college, Vol State, I just played 2 years, went up there. I got out of Vol State and I started again in 03.
Mm-hmm. I
started in 03 and I named myself Young Paper. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just was, you know what I'm saying?
Young was popping.
Young and little. Yeah. I was Young Paper. That's when I came out with my first project, which was Real Talk Volume 1, 04. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of, you know, I did that. I ran the Young Paper thing, and then what happened was I made Dope Boy Swag, and I was like, I'm the City Paper. I was kind of playing off like the newspaper and kind of the news thing, like I'm whatever. And then when I guess the hook was kind of catchy or whatever, and I just started getting real cocky and said, fuck it, that's my name, the City Paper, right? I switched my name that day. So I didn't switch my name until I came out with that song. And then after that, I started going by the City Paper.
I love it.
Because I always took you, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Listen, bro, me not knowing you at first, but how you rap, I picture that's how you talk. That's how you act. Like some people you can listen to, and then when you meet them, you be like, damn. Dang, man. No, you homie, when I used to see you on that stage, and you turning that motherfucker home.
Yeah, that was kind of
like. When I met you, it was the same confidence.
You always had that,
you always had that. Like, that's something that I will always say about the City Paper, man. City Paper, when he performed, and your music, and then
the same person.
That's a fact. Dope boy swag.
For sure.
And the good thing about City Paper, we know, bro, that you come from a family that's got a lot of history here in the city, man. I guess I'll start with that. Like, what was it like growing up? Man. As a part of the Fitzgerald legacy.
It was good, and it's kind of unique story. I always kind of tell it. Like, I'm glad I get the platform to tell it.
Most definitely.
It was unique. Like my parents, my pops played football at Tennessee State. He played it with Richard Dent. Richard Dent was the two ends. So my pops went to the NFL like in 80, maybe 70. So basically, I had my brother, I think. The story is maybe in Philadelphia, out of Philadelphia. He went to the Eagles, right? Yeah. So that's my brother was born. He got cut first year or something. Okay. Back in the day, you didn't really get much money, but he got enough money. So he came back down and started teaching. Okay. Right. Started teaching like doing I think he was teaching at Park Avenue or whatever. Well, they had me a few years later, and we wasn't, like rich or whatever. We had a good family. They was together. They was together where they lived on North Fifth or whatever. Then we moved up on Rosedale, right there, up the street out east, down the street here. And that's kind of where we grew up at from whatever. And he was just doing, we just did all the basketball, football, because he was a PE teacher. Yeah. But he wasn't a head coach at the time.
See, that's how I met your father. He was a PE
he was a PE teacher.
He was
the Pearl Cone.
Yeah, for sure. He was at the time I grew up. He was at Hillsboro.
Yeah,
and he was assistant coach. Well, what happened was he got the I think by 91. He got the Pearl Cone job. Nobody didn't apply for the job. Pearl Cone was like the worst school in the metro. He was the only applicant for the job. At the time, he was Hillsboro's assistant coach.
Yeah, I remember that.
He taught over Park Avenue. Well, he applied for the Pearl job and he got it because he was the only person nobody wanted. That was real terrible. So that's why his story is probably so big.
Terrible in school or like
both,
okay,
everything.
Sports,
it was almost like a little lean on me story, man. Like in '91, it was all hood dudes. It was like the old Pearl, like
West Nashville, right?
West Nashville and Joe Johnson.
Yeah.
So he
said Jerry Curl.
Yeah, and I was
91. What's the soundtrack? Is Pistol out yet?
Pistol's
92.
Almost. So
91.
NWA is out.
NWA been out.
Yeah, Jerry Curl.
Yeah,
I like
it was
like
because I know all this because I was young or whatever, and me and my brother used to be the water boys wherever he went.
Yeah,
even in Hillsboro, he put us on the back of the truck. So that's how I know a lot of older guys.
Okay, cool.
So I was the water boy for Hillsboro. Then when he got the Pearl job, we seen everything. So that's why I like pretty much a lot of people know me. So I'm doing the water boy thing. So from 91 to 92, 93, he kind of building up Pearl, but I'm going to school out there at Head Middle School and then West End. So basically, man, I'm catching the bus out there. My auntie house, Andrew Jackson. That's kind of where that came from. So my pops, what happened was my pops around 94 and 95, my mom decided she was going to go to law school.
Okay.
All right. Just out the blue.
Yeah.
So she kind of had a degree or whatever, but I don't think so. She was gonna move to Alabama. She got accepted to Sanford in Birmingham. Okay. And what that kind of made my pops start dropping me off because it was just him. The first year or so in law school, she was gone, whatever, started dropping me off at Andrew Jackson to my auntie house. So I went to school out there while he went to Pearl. And that's kind of when I went to Head. So I walked to Head. So that's when I met all the Andrew Jackson,
that's
Joe
dope,
Johnson, people, all of that. So that's where that came from.
So your father showed you that strong man backbone at that time because your mom went out to go do her thing.
For sure.
Oh, that's dope.
So we had that. So we was kind of hustlers because before that, my mama was working 2 or 3 jobs like a paralegal. She had graduated college, but she was one of them. Yeah, she was like one of them people just kind of still trying to elevate. Yeah. So the story is so about 90. The next year around 96, she transferred. She didn't want to. We moved to Parkwood, a couple years. So that's kind of the Park. So you got all these, you got East. That's why I'm everywhere.
That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, you
from Parkwood. So from Parkwood, but we still was kind of out north because my daddy was the Northwest thing came from my daddy being at Pearl. Yeah, and I got an auntie and Preston Taylor, auntie and Andrew Jackson. But I'm still living in Parkwood. Right, so that's kind of like where the story. Everybody like, where you really from, right? You hear that, but I'm literally in Parkwood and before that Northfield. But anyway, my mama came back. So that's kind of where the thugging came. But my mama came back from she transferred from Sanford and started going to Vanderbilt. Okay. So she didn't want to. So the last few years of law school, I think she maybe did 4 in law school, but the last 3 years she was at Vanderbilt. Right. Okay. So the whole time we was in school, in high school, she was going to law school. Oh, okay. So it really wasn't like that we had this crazy money because my mom was in school, but she worked at Castanet at the time. She worked at all this, but we had a good family. Did it make sense?
Castanet is crazy.
Yeah, Castanet is crazy. Like she getting all the discounts for me, and then at the same time, Slade. My boy Slay, he lived with us. Ron Slay, he lived with us.
I remember Ron Slay.
Yeah, we kind of adopted him or whatever. Cause our parents went to TSU together, or whatever. He was really from Chattanooga. Yeah. So Slay came down.
See, I remember that bond that your dad and Ron Slay had. That's when I got to Pearl Cone.
Yeah, it's like a son. Like he's like my brother. You know what I'm saying? So he stayed with me all the way till he left and went to Oak Hill.
Okay.
So Ron Say was with us. That's why he went to West End. We wore the headband together. All that stuff was being slayed, but no, he was just grew bigger.
Yeah, most
definitely. Me slaying another partner that grew up with us named Latera missing.
I remember Latera.
Terry Reynolds, like one of the nastiest.
I remember Latera.
Terry Reynolds. He been missing for about.
He been missing for
about 6 years.
In Mexico?
Yeah.
The guy from Nashville that went to Mexico.
But you remember he used to come on Chase. He used to come on Chase with me. He used to come on Chase with me a lot.
So
he
Terry
bought a nice Benz before.
Yeah, that's why I said Latera Benz or whatever. That's what I was rapping about on the song. But me and Terry, like, so me, Slay, and Terry, that's pretty much us. They're a year older, but we getting down with the ball. We all played in Maplewood Junior Pro growing up.
Yeah. So you always been a baller.
Yeah, I always hoop, man. So that's kind of what I did. And then, I was pretty good. Yeah.
Here he go.
God.
Yeah, I was good.
I don't want. We not finna let Paper sit here and talk that.
No, he just said he was balling.
Guess who used to bust his ass on that court?
Who?
That Al.
You?
Me? You better stop playing with me, man.
I think I
bust his. They didn't want to see MLK come through that gym, man.
Was good.
MLK walked through that gym, homie.
What year was
they
you?
Say y'all got church.
So if I was gonna graduate in 2002, this had to this was 99, 2000.
That's Enoch Bunch, right? Well, Enoch Bunch your father
the year after Nicky Arenzi.
Okay.
I got the MLK the year after Nicky Arenzi went to Wake Forest.
Okay. See, I was going to Pearl. I was going to Pearl.
Nicky Arenzi also went to Wake Forest, and he actually played for the rival AAU team. My dad also had an AAU team called Music City Players. But Music City Players had Trenton Hassel, Big John Henderson, Slade, Terry Reynolds, Marcus Maben from Louisville. All of these people, man, everybody, Sam Howell from Vanderbilt, all of them played for my pop's AAU team. But my AAU team was me, Kenza, Enoch Bunch, Eric Pillar.
Eric.
That was on my team.
I went to Maplewood with Eric.
Eric was nice. Yeah.
Real
play.
And then what age is this right here?
It's 17. This
17.
Yeah, 16, 17. 14 through 17.
Hey, real quick, high school, you went to Hillsborough, right?
I went to, this the story. I went to Pearl, my 9th grade year, played, and then, I went to Pearl 9th grade. Then the second year, my sophomore year, we transferred. I guess when I got in some trouble or whatever, and we transferred to Brentwood Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Brentwood Academy my sophomore year. So that was kind of like, I went there I went to Brentwood Academy my sophomore year. Then I ain't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? That was like in 98, maybe 99, maybe 98.
Yeah.
And then I transferred to Hillsborough.
Yeah.
So 98.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, because you know this is my shit right here.
Yeah.
What was wrong with Brentwood Academy? Too white for you?
For me, man, so this a whole nother thing. They be having some discussions on what people should private or public. Like, and it can go both ways.
But that was a huge difference because you coming from
and I
the
couldn't,
Pearl Cone.
and that's what I think. And that's what I think for me, because I went with my 2 cousins. So it was 3 of us. I had 2 cousins that went to that they moved with us because my auntie died, the one in Andrew Jackson. She died.
Okay.
So we went back to my parents' house or whatever, and then we was all together. So we the same age. So we all was a little we all could play. Or whatever. And it was me, him, and then it was a dude named Glenn Eddie passed from Madison. Glenn Eddie just died. Glenn. Glenn Eddie was tough. He went there. You got Tito Lee. He passed. He killed himself with the #1 linebacker in America that year from out west. Yeah, he so what it was at VA, the culture shock for me because I just probably was just already in it. 9th grade at Pearl. Yeah. And actually my cousins didn't want to stay. You know what I mean? But I was just like,
y'all was thugging too.
It was thugging already.
Yeah, because by the time I got there is when I got, not to cut you off, but when I got to Pearl, it was my first time going through, because I was from East Nashville.
Okay.
So me going there, I was in the middle of the raft at that time where I saw North, West going
that was me.
Of course.
So that was our thing. So whenever, you know what I'm saying, I don't really speak on it like that, but whenever our trouble happened, it was the divide. That was the first time in '99 that it was active.
And it was like that when I went there. When I got there,
it was a war
zone. It was most definitely divided. Like if you was from Joe Johnson, and you was from President Taylor.
And the crazy part was I was from neither. You know what I mean? But
you was associated with West
Nashville just because, you know what I'm saying, my baby mama was Pistol's first cousin, kind of like sister, and that's kind of how I got in the group PJN. So my son,
there you go.
Yeah, so my son actually is Key and the Pistol, and that's kind of why everybody say we family, because that's my baby
most
mama
definitely
family.
I like where you at right now, people, in the store, in the journey, where we at right now, bro. Because I can remember sitting on Torbit. Shout out to the homies on Torbit. Sitting on Torbit, man.
Warren them
shout out to Warren them, man.
Bow
we sitting there. So we sitting there and we listening to it.
Yeah.
This might be, is it volume 6?
Yeah, volume 6, Who got the dope?
We listen to Pistol volume 6.
Yeah.
It's a phone call song.
Kick my dope.
Hey, Lil Mark. Hey, Lil Mark. Oh, my God.
That was you.
Lil Mark. Yeah,
kick my dope. That was the emergency. Who was this? Lil Mark. Yeah.
I know this song, King P.
Yeah.
So Lil Mark.
That was the emergency of
me. Let me ask you this, though.
That was when I blew, like, far as, I was on that CD 5 times, but the CD before that, I had missed it. And I used to get mad because I missed it.
I think I heard this story before.
Yeah, I missed it because they rapped when school was going.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You know, but back in the day, you had the big studios on Music Row and all this stuff, and they get them for a week. You know, Love Shack, all of those shit down there. That's before then, Paul and Demo and all of them get it. Yeah. And I was like, damn, the dudes on the CD. I used to get mad, man, like, because they'll sit there all day because they had dropped out. My parents wouldn't let me drop out. Yeah. I got to go to school.
Yeah, I got to.
But I really want to rap. Yeah. But I missed the whole Ballaholic CD. I got on now. Me and Young Buck got on with it. And I'm actually doing Young Buck's ad libs. So Young Buck on y'all niggas about on 98, but I just did the ad libs because Buck they didn't like Buck verse. They liked it, but I did the ad libs because Demo, when he came and heard it, he wanted somebody to go over it, right? So they actually got Lamarcus on Ballaholic, which is Young Buck. If you look at the credits on With It.
That's hard.
Yeah, Young Buck was an animal too. So he was like, man, dude, whatever. And I went and did the ad libs and they put Lamar. So people thought I was on Ballaholic, but I wasn't. I just did the ad libs. It's really Young Buck, right? And then the next CD, 99, my mama signed me out of school when that was, and she said, man, I told my mama, you know, nigga, mama's boy and shit, I don't need to get on the CD or whatever. And I knew whenever they was going to the studio, I said, Mom, she got me out of school, and I got.
Was it that moment like when you missed the CD, right? But you did the ad libs and stuff, but you already was growing your name, right?
Facts.
So listen, when you start growing your name and you said, okay, mama, look, sign me out of school, did you know, because I know past interviews I hear you say that sometimes like the raps, like, man, I was just having fun.
Like
your hits come from just having fun.
Having fun.
Some people hits come
you know
what I'm saying? They in there like that.
Then at that point I was like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm getting.
That's when I was serious because I was kind of still nervous of it. I was still nervous because, again, when Demo had Top of the Line.
Top of the line? Remember Top of the Line?
Yeah, Top of the Line. Yeah, Demo was serious. He was a serious dude. So I was scared to, Jeff O was the engineer. I was scared to rap in front of them because Demo was like, almost like on some Suge Knight shit. I was young. We went number 15, 16. And everybody looking at you type shit. So I kind of was a little scared, nervous till he left. And, you know, Jeff O was my partner. He was like, man, you good, you got it. So Charlie and them and Mario, all them dudes from out west have been with Pistol before I even came. They already was rapping on CDs. Charlie was on there. So there was a little more, but I was kind of trying to get with it, a little unsure. You know what I mean? But still want to rap.
But you knew you had it, right?
I knew I had it a little bit.
Yeah. Was people around you letting you know you had it?
Yeah, everybody. So I was Pistol was always, but it was so many people when the studio came. He was in there. He was the man, and it was just a nervousness because all these people writing, trying to get on songs. It ain't nothing but a few beats in here.
I like that.
It was competitive.
That's
why I'm going to ask you. So
it was competitive.
So when y'all in the studio, this is just a behind the scenes fact. So when y'all in the studio and it's packed like that, and you know King P is the biggest in there, right?
Yeah.
So when a beat come on, you know.
Yeah, so everybody started kind of just writing, and he kind of looking at people, and people kind of like, P, man, I'll get on this or whatever. He like, you know, you just kind of doing this. I feel you, whatever, y'all. He ain't really appointing nobody until you kind of come and spit some shit to him. It was one of those things where 100 people in here, and you come in here, when you just everybody getting down to a beat, one of those, and you kind of come spit to you like, okay, go in there, fuck with it.
Yeah.
So he might not even fuck with it, or you go fuck with the hook, or say this or say this. It was just like
I like that.
Ideas and shit.
Like
so I was
camp.
That was, man. It was crazy, like but everybody was kind of like you said, drinking, smoking. I was just a regular. Like if I take it back, man. I always say if I didn't, you know, be exposed to that type of atmosphere that young, I'm not sure that was probably too much. Like if I do my child,
the
studios was where it was at.
Yeah, most definitely.
I used to think Young Buck and them was 5-10 years older than me, man.
But they was same age.
Yeah, they take them like a year, baby, older, whatever they in there, man. Guns. I'm like, shit, man. It took me a while to about a year to get used to, man. Okay, hit the that's why I did everything. That's why I did my first everything yet. Like, okay, let me hit some. Like you kind of it was kind of peer pressure. By default, I can look back at it like I wouldn't want my child in that.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like that now a lot, but that's kind of where you get the whole.
You get that. That's part of your testimony.
Man,
listen, man, I tell everybody, man, like the bullshit I did in the streets, man, molded me into the man I am today. I learned. It's some morals and shit I learned from the streets back then that I keep with me today.
Give me something you learned. Give me something right now that you learned from the streets.
Hey, good shit.
That you
I'll tell you this.
Incorporate right now.
Really. Don't. It's gonna sound so simple, but man, listen, homie. Don't trust everybody, homie. Just because
that's what the game show.
But don't trust like a fast. The street show was the first time I ever met a fast talking motherfucker.
Yeah,
like, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Give me $10 right now. Give me a dime, man. Give me a dime. I got the white boy around the corner, man.
Give me a dime.
Yeah, give me a dime.
Hit like that.
Yeah, give me a dime. Now you don't never see him no more. So I'm just saying little shit like that, bro.
No, that's for sure.
But that studio life, man, that environment.
It sped it up. It sped my process up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, going to the next year, 99, I got on it, but I was also on there 5 times. That was the song we was beating around the bush. About fresh. We was how old with a 15 fresh to get all
I remember all that. See, I remember all that.
So that was kind of like I was on that 5 times at the same time. If you on Pistol CD 5 times, that was selling 100,000 at the time. And I'm going to high school. I'm a junior. So look how big I am. Nobody else. So the reason why it helped me and it benefited me, I think, more than all my contemporaries or whatever, or my fellow rap buddies. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in school. Okay. So the same thing, they dropped out and got on the CD. Once I got on the CD 5 times, I'm still going to Hillsborough.
Yeah. So your fan base is
it's crazy.
Popularity
it's
going crazy.
So now I'm meeting Fate. I'm meeting everybody. I'm at the studio with Hillsborough. I'm bringing all of that. So I brought my whole PJ in because I'm the one on Pistol CD.
Let me ask you this.
It's hot.
Let me ask you this, baby. Not trying to cut you off, brother. Now, was it paperwork involved with Pistol?
No,
or
just
it was love, right?
Just family. Like, because everybody in it, like the other people in the rap group, Mont, his brother died, Money Maker Mont. He got killed on South 8 like a few years ago. Maybe 10 years ago, but then Charlie got locked up, and then PJ and Yo, and then me. It pretty much was the core of that PJN group, and it was our family. They was our family members, and I, you know what I'm saying, went with my baby mom at the time, so I was family. You know what I'm saying?
Most
so
definitely.
I'm over there. You know what I mean?
And you the youngest.
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
And you the youngest.
And I'm in school, and I'm playing ball. Right.
Oh,
so I had all of that. So I'm repping that. All of that. It was a start. Like, and then I was like everybody. So I brought more. And Pistol said, man, like he brought the young whatever. I'm coming to school with the PJ in. I got the cars. I got everything. I got the whole moniker. That's what kind of brought my confidence to. That was already.
That's
99.
what I'm about to ask you. Let me ask you this because we had Coach Penny on. Right?
Yeah.
And I was telling Coach Penny that I was like, listen, bro. I remember your name.
Yeah.
Like, so now I'm gonna take this with you. I remember going to Pearl. I remember hearing your name. Before I ever met you, right? Before I ever met you, I remember hearing your name. Let me ask you this. How do you transition? And how do you stay focused like that? Because people, be honest, we can meet people who get a little touch of success like that.
Nah, it's hard.
And then they go
I know where you're going
crazy.
With it. It's hard.
How you survive that shit?
I don't think I ever went. And I think that's the biggest misconception a lot of times because I was, again, the rap did pump me up a little bit. It was a time, it happened after that I got so but it was more of a competitive mixed in like I'm that nigga. But it was a time that I hadn't even made it yet. But I think after Dope Boy Swag, it was some years after that where I could see somebody saying, man, I ain't really fucking with him, man, because me and Roy talked about it or whatever. He was like, man, he was doing shows, and it was a small thing that while we kind of clashed, and I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man, you at a show, man, you just come and don't let nobody else. Like, it was a time where I had got, but I don't think, it's some of that stuff goes into business. Me and Lito talk about that a lot, and me and him, great friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
some of it
is
it's just, but it's a time, man, that I think early on, it was more fun.
I like this, man.
Yeah, early on it was more fun.
To
like 99 in high school.
Yeah.
Boom. But then what that turned into was kind of drama and trouble early on, and once that happened,
this is when now it's City Paper, and City Paper is the man.
Before that, I had a halt on it though. Like I said before, the pistol era, before I made my own stuff, I like I said, I got in trouble. I stopped it. I stopped rapping. I graduated from school. Man, I remember the times, man, after I got in trouble in high school, man, I tried to drop out and everything. Before I could drop out, man, my dad was throwing me through the door. I was like, man, I'm thugging. You know what I'm saying? That was my junior in high school. Yeah. So I came to him and said, man, I'm whatever. I think I had a baby on the way, whatever it was, man. He had me choked up, throwing me out the door. And I went on back, graduated, went on, played 2 years in college ball, right? Yeah. And then I started again rapping. Now I'm kind of a grown man.
Okay, so you took a 2-year hiatus.
Yeah, like I think I did that Pistol had another CD, Get Your Weight Up. I'm on there. I think he was on there kind of with the big cartoon kind of thing. He was looking. I think I'm for my city. I think I did. But I was always, and I did Volume 6, Who Got the Dope. I actually kept rapping with him. That was when I didn't do my own stuff. I graduated from Vol State or left Vol State after my second year. And that's when I started again working on my album, which is Real Talk Volume. But I'm about 22.
22,
And that's when I meet Lito. That's when I meet Lito Fate. But you got to remember, I already had the Hillsborough move. I was the one that had Fate. Fate was a little younger than me, about 2 years younger, but I'm the one who was carrying him around. We started doing music at Hillsborough. You know what I'm saying? So Pistol, I was bringing Pistol to Hillsborough. I was bringing Big Lou to Hillsborough. Vac was coming.
And these are big names.
All of these people is on my first CD. You got to realize Real Talk Volume 1 is featuring Pistol, Quan, Lito, Vac. You know what I'm saying? Big Bush.
Did you and Kwani ever do?
Kwani on there.
But did you and Kwani, like, was you affiliated with Bottom Boy? Like, did Kwani ever try to talk to you and put you in the...
Listen to this story. Kwani. It's funny, though, because I always looked up to Kwani. I always it was oral. So my boy J1 was on Kwani. Yeah, he was on Kwani now. I know J1 through Ron Slay. Remember, you got to know Ron Slay is my brother. So Ron Slay went on to overseas or to the league, whatever happened in 03. That's 03 because he in LeBron them class. I do detailed time.
Ron Slay went down to Miami Heat and worked out.
Because I was with him. See, so me, J1 and Z-Man, we was in 03. I come out of Vol State. Ron was like, man, I'm finna go to the league, whatever. We go on this. So we kind of go around training with him. Well, he didn't get drafted, but we had to party up at Andrew Jackson Boys Club. He didn't get drafted. Well, he went on overseas. Well, I started kind of rocking with his partners, J1 and dude named Z-Man. You know what I'm saying? So J1 was, of course, Kwani boy.
Yeah, most
J1 really from the bottom.
So
I'm trying to do my rap thing. My first CD is say One Family on the back, which is they little move, you know what I'm saying? Because they helped me put my first, it's Real Talk Volume 1. People don't know this. So Real Talk Volume 1, Slay went over, whatever, but J1 kind of helped me. So he brought Kwani. So he was like, man, you got to get Q on the song. And actually, we paid Kwani $1,000. He did a song called Bitch Who in 04 or whatever. And it was Bitch Who, some Kwani Cash nigga, Young Paper nigga. And I was at the studio just in awe.
Because this Kwani,
it's
right?
Kwani. It's 04. But it was the first time I met him and I paid him. We paid him. We all kind of put $200 together. J1, I don't think he put in. He was like, y'all got to pay him because my boy. Because at the time, he charged like $2,500. I think he cut me a deal for a stack. And I paid Kwani. So that was the only paid person. Pistol was my partner. You know what I'm saying? Big Lou kind of got on there. I think I paid. I might have paid Lou. But then me and Lito, they hooked us up because I grew up with Ed and Sleeves from North Fifth. Did it make sense? So all of this
is coming back around as a family.
Kind of like, man, that's my boy. So me and Lito always did Whip Game, 252 grams.
I remember
Prime Time with Red. So me and Lito was kind of. We was friends. We was kind of like battling a little bit on them songs, like. But I looked at it like that because I'm like, this nigga animal, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then we really didn't battle. And then we hooked up with, and our chemistry was so crazy. So that's kind of was our thing. And then I hooked, kind of sort of. I think I hooked him up with Fate because Fate was. So that's kind of that whole circle.
Okay.
For me knowing Fate, Lito. Young Red,
good shit.
The whole thing. It was from high school, it was from school, but Lito became, and then we started recording the next year. We made Grind Hard, which is 05. So me and Lito did 252 grams, Prime Time, Whip Game, and then we hooked up together, and that's when Lito had his situation, and we hooked up with Grind Hard.
Oh, that's hard because listen, man, being 17 years old on albums. that's selling 100 and something thousand, and you still in high school, and you don't really want to leave high school. That's dope, bro. Because now, listen, bro, I get $10, I'm gone.
Nah, I had a taste of it because back then it wasn't having your own thing. It was just being on a CD which was Pistol, Quani. One of the big four.
The big four.
It was Pistol, Quani, maybe Fresh. He kind of fell off at that point.
Yeah.
But
damn.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was
I know what you're saying.
No. Before that Fresh.
At that time,
I think for 90s, late 90s.
For our city, bro.
I think Fresh was more early.
Hold on, who was in for though?
I'm gonna tell you, Big Lou.
Big Lou he caught a wave.
Big Lou caught a wave
in like 90s, 1980s.
Like 99, 99, and then they last him.
East Wicked had a CD.
East Wicked. We know King P still.
King P.
Triple B's was still going. That's Bad Bottom Boys.
Yeah.
Barney was dropping his compilation.
Strike One. Yeah.
We ain't gonna say Strike One.
We got Chris Kane. We got Chris Kane. Now Chris Kane. Now listen, because everybody united. Don't forget Chris Kane had what?
The dugout. Don't say
no. But I'm saying every day for something with Chris Kane. It was a radio. This was 92Q was still going, and he used to do an intro for somebody. And they came on every night. And
do y'all remember, man? So I guess what I'm saying is, if you was a part of a CD, those guys had the backing or the money to print up CDs.
Yeah.
So just printing up when you see somebody that print up posters and have physical, that's what you was on then.
Yeah, most definitely.
It wasn't number 10 people that could do that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like for you to get your. So I always looked at it like, if I could get posters everywhere. I followed the Quantity thing. Got the 11x17 posters. Put them everywhere. I always knew. So when I got in 2004, I was like, man, how much do this? You know what I'm saying? And it was like 1,000, whatever you get, 5,000 CDs. Yeah, man. I got in. I got some. Man, my mama helped me.
Yeah.
One of them helped me. Slave man. I got all the people. Man, I had some help.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I got in the game on my first.
That's hard, bro.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you this right here, right? Because I heard you just say this. You said when you and Lito was in the studio at times.
Yeah.
It was love,
yeah,
but it's competition. I'm going up against it's war, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, right? So now what's going on in hip hop?
Yeah.
You got a lot of, we was just talking about this before you came.
Yeah.
A lot of artists do rollouts now, and they kind of go with each other to try to sell records, right?
Mm-hmm,
Let me ask you this, right? So 2006, 7.
Okay.
Limelight days,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. You and Lito. It was Paper versus Lito.
Yeah.
You came, you had the king on, and you got on stage.
Yeah.
Was that real? Was y'all really into it at that time?
I don't think we ever really been into it. I think it was some out. I think that we knew what was going on. It was kind of like the 50 Cent
and Kanye West.
Yeah. And then the outside entities made it
bigger than
that's
what it was.
That's why you can't do that now. Like me and him always been good, and we kind of whatever.
Oh, that's
but
real.
The outside entities kind of like, oh, whatever. And I kind of was feeling it like I am that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because you was, though.
Yeah, and I was
so
it was a little ego in there. It was a little all that. That was the extent of I kind of, but it was other outside, man. This dude don't like this dude over here, and this dude over here, and then it went on to something else. But me and him, I always kind of been, if we could let that die down. Or whatever.
Because I still did a show together.
Yeah, it was bumping.
Even though it was that tension.
It was tension.
Because it was tension there. Because in my mind, I done spent the $200 for VIP and shit. And I'm thinking, is these niggas for real? These niggas doing a show together.
It was a marketing craze. We was always marketing crazy back then, man. But I wish.
Even Concrete Magazine.
Yeah, hindsight 2020. I tell bro all the time, I always tell him, man, if I would have listened to him more, man, dude was the first one telling me about, he always was like 5 years ahead. Like, and he was so serious about it. And I wasn't never serious. He was like, bro, man, he had Facebook 5 years before, all the platforms and stuff. And I never really took it serious.
Was one of the first person I heard that had Facebook.
Yeah, no, he always had all when it was going digital, when it was going iTunes, everything, he was always 3 years ahead. And I just was high, drunk, you know what I'm saying? Bumping And that's why that's why my career, and I'm proud of my career, but that's why I went, I look at it like I was, regional and whatever, but to go to the level he went. I always tell him once a week that he the greatest of all time, and I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying?
I like you said that, Paper. You said you was regional. So
yeah.
How far was your reach? How far did you go?
So at my highest, I was. Man, I done shows in Utah. I got 5,000, 10,000. I done shows in Canada, Vancouver. Me and Charlie P got 5,000 and 10,000. But consistently, I had a run of. Probably from 2008, I think I did pay-per-view CD so crazy numbers, about 30,000 to 40,000.
That's a classic, a critically acclaimed.
What songs is on pay-per-view?
I think I'm a Hustler. He didn't really have a single on there. I don't think. I think it was just.
What's the one you did? I
think I had me and Robert Ray Nail had Secret on there. They was playing on the radio. Yeah, like I was getting radio money.
I called you, nigga. Me and Toby was in the car, and I called you. That's when me and you started meeting each other right there.
I remember you.
I remember calling you and I said, "Hey, bro, me and Toby listening to this CD, because it's still a CD then." And I'm like, "Hey, bro, this shit hard."
Yeah, that Secret. That was really I sold about 30,000, and then I was getting. But then right after pay-per-view, I went in the studio and did Dope Boy Swag, and I done that playing right after the pay-per-view was still selling CDs or whatever, and I did it with my boy Caesar down there on executive
recording.
Executive record. We hooked up, and I think he got locked up right after that. But I went to the studio and me and Broadway. Shout out to Broadway.
Yeah, what's up, Broadway?
And actually I always tell the story. Broadway actually said Dope Boy Swag was a bad song. And that's why I don't listen to producers, man, because they be wanting you to do it their way. And a producer play the beat, and he be like, man, I was like, my homeboy Rondell, he got out, and Rondell was always saying in the penitentiary, he's like, man, you honor it, bro. You honor it. And I was like, what that mean? He's like, nah, you funky, you going off or whatever, just some West Ava shit. So I said,
hey, that's funny.
It was always the Shuck shit, the Shuck, the blood ball, the both sides. You know how we talk. Yeah, so I was like, I said, man,
who we talking about, my nigga, though?
Yeah, right there. He was like, man, he was in the pen. He was like, man, you honor it, man. You out there getting off, whatever. So he got out, and when he got out, I said, I'm gonna put that in the song, man. I like it. So I was just, they say I'm honored. They say I'm ratchet too. All that just talking shit, playing. Broadway was recording the punching buttons like his head to the side.
Yeah, he mad.
He mad, like, why you fucking up my beat? So I was like, bitch, record it. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. So I did it. And basically what I was trying to write, what I was trying to get across was, and that's
I'm just seeing the paper.
Sidebar, like the writing of things. Like a lot of people don't give me the eloquent writing. Just even the cadence. Bob was doing the adjective before a name. But all of that still was writing and thinking. People don't understand that. So when they talk about writing, a lot of times, the shit I take lyrics and all of that shit real serious because I had a pen game.
Yeah.
Even that song, a fun song, but for 3 verses. 16 bars is still, if y'all understand, is so-and-so to so-and-so. All of that come from me. You know what I'm saying? The bold tough, the gangster beat, all of that is just putting an adjective before a noun. So whatever the case, it's still
you turn a lot of names into nouns and adjectives.
There you go. So I did that the whole record or whatever. And it was a fun record, but it still was thought to it. But I did it really quick or whatever. And Broadway was, man, this ain't going to go, man. I pressed it up, man. We went to the Hang Time party. I pressed up 2,000 CDs, gave it out. Yeah. It was the one at Barfly. It was the one at Barfly. I think in 09.
Shout out to
Barfly. Yeah. That was like his second, third one.
Facts.
Yeah.
We had me and Rondell had I think we had the big bus or whatever. We had the paper shirts and we passed out CDs. And man, I promise, man, it was a week after that, man. I had to go do a video, and that's when I did the video in Hadley Park. And that's and that took on Life of Zone. I still can't get away from that song.
So you said you just
nah, for real, man.
What's the phone call? What's the phone call to Broadway? Once that did like that,
I still talk shit to him.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that's why I don't listen to producers.
Yeah.
Like, producers stupid to me.
What'd he say, though? He was like, dang. Wow.
Yeah, because, like, everybody, you got to realize, man, whatever your vision is or whatever y'all vision is, and they say this when you listen to all the manifestation stuff, man, your vision is your vision until you listen to 4 different people. It might take you a long time to get there, but God put it like, so it's nobody can tell you that something is good or bad. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep hustling it. So I knew that years ago. That's why I don't listen to nobody. I'm being honest. I don't really take advice or I don't make mistakes.
Sound like my man.
I know this sounds crazy, but I don't make mistakes and I don't really listen to people.
This nigga tell me that
I know exactly what I'm doing when I'm doing it. That's why I like some people like, bro, man, don't let nobody. I really don't. I always been like that. I'm like, nigga, I did that. I said that because I meant it.
Yeah.
I don't really.
How you get that? How did you ever? When did you realize I'm like this?
Man, because you got to realize, man, a lot of people so you gotta realize, man, walking across the street and getting hit by a car, like either it's a mistake or you're retarded. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff, like I looked at it like it's black or white. I know exactly what I'm doing. I study it, whatever. Now, that's why I talk and learn from people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming in the podcast game until I talk to y'all a million times. Like I'm gonna come in here and say, what's that? Yeah. I'm looking at everything. And they got some nice equipment. Cause I done 2 or 3 of them, so I'm understanding, but I'm not in your game, right? So I think you're an expert in whatever game you in. So some things, man, if I'm an expert in it, it ain't number 2 or 3 games in it, but you can't tell me a lot of, like it's, for instance, if I'm a nigga who don't go in and out of jail all my life, like, and I've been locked up 17 and I ain't been back. Right, and I'm 40-something years old. Well, nobody can't be on Facebook and say, hey, man, don't let nobody tell me shit, because I don't go to jail. And I look like this. If I look like this and got a truck and comes and raised or something, evidently I'm smart.
Evidently I'm doing something.
It's the truth. A lot of people don't want to say that, so I don't take it. But, like, did that make sense?
Hey, I'm going to tell you what. Let me tell you this, paper.
I hope I'm like,
I love that. And I'm going to tell you why I respect that, bro, because I work with a nigga that's sitting across from me right now to say the same thing.
It's hard.
And sometimes I look at him like, man, bro, but somebody got to be able to give you advice.
Yeah.
And he like, well, a nigga got to really be, nigga got to show me. Nigga got to show me before.
But he always been like that. I done talked to him much and I like it's not, sometimes it rubs people the wrong way. Like, so my point, but you're not an expert at everything, but I don't try to get off in everything.
I ain't doing everything.
But if you talk about, okay, for instance, if it's parenting, right? I'm not saying it's about, some things about luck, but I did some things that my parents done wrong. See, I had great parents, but they done something wrong. I just told y'all, letting me go to the studio at 14. I don't think.
And this is something I wouldn't allow my son to do.
I corrected that, right? So they still learning. Do that make sense? So when I say, no, I had the best parents in the world, but they be like, oh, I said, but I don't just go out and say it, but they did some things wrong.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
My dad might let my mama, oh, that's my baby. He can go with Demo and Paul at 14. Yeah. Well, when
and Demo and Paul.
Yeah, like they was drug dealers.
Yeah,
like
big times.
So for me, I kind of do things a little. I learn from stuff. So when I became a parent, I'm a cheerful man. I'm gonna do all the stuff. So I came from a parent that my dad was like so tough. I love him today. Like he everything to me, right? But he was one of them. I hit 30 points. I averaged 25 at Hillsborough my last year, 24. Kansas averaged 28, 29. I averaged 24 that year, first team all Mid-State. And he was just. Man, you wouldn't even know I did it. He was just one of those old school, man.
Yeah, I already know. You weren't playing defense. Yeah, defense could have been better.
I parent different. I knew we was coming up in the social media. I cheer for because your peers or the level of success you have eventually is going to tell you how good you are on something, right?
Most definitely.
So what I'm gonna do, if my daughter running track right now in 8th grade and she 4th, until she learns, say, well, I ain't just good at track unless she's retarded, she'll stop. But I'm running with her. The same thing. I'm promoting her. Yeah. I'm gonna be her number one fan.
Until you decide that you ain't gonna do this no more.
Guy. I'm the confidence. I'm gonna do all that. I'm not the man, it's tough love, and I ain't gonna tell you no. I'm gonna tell you good every day. I'm gonna tell my kid, man, you the best every day. And then I'm gonna also redirect you and correct you, but I'm not gonna be the one that stops or lessens anybody confidence. Even when people send me stuff. Man, music with chickens out. Sometimes I don't even check it out, right? But get what I say, man, you bumping. I don't even care enough or in it to break nobody confidence.
Yeah, that's me.
The world gonna tell you.
If it's good or bad.
Like, did that make sense? I'm just maybe my sign. I'm Leo. I'm always positive, so I don't really have no like.
That's my man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what my man do, and I thought this was the craziest shit. Me and him riding in the car one day. He pull up Instagram. I'm just bullshitting. I'm eavesdropping, ear hustling, watching him on Instagram. My man pull up Instagram, double tap, scroll, double tap, scroll, double tap, scroll, double tap, scroll. I said, this nigga ain't even reading the caption, looking at the picture. Like,
facts.
This girl, my baby mama could be showing her ass, and my nigga double tap.
Sometimes.
And I ain't even looking.
Sometimes
I'm just positive.
But facts. I like that.
If I follow you,
facts.
I fuck with you.
I show you love. I'm showing you love.
Facts.
If you just started a water bottle company,
I'm like that.
He probably gonna tell you, man, that water stink. I'm gonna say, bro, it's just personality traits. That's just, like I said, but for me, for me, that's kind of how I am and how I always was. I never was so critical, whatever. On the flip side, when people talk to me, you know what I'm saying, I'm an expert at certain things, you know what I'm saying? And I always say with parents, and when I say with parents, and the reason why I say that
And I tell people that, I said, man, bro, you can't tell me a lot because I was the one back in the day 22 years ago, you know what I'm saying, and hadn't missed a day. And I tell people that I said definitive, I said change up something. I don't say to get no packet, but it's the truth. Yeah. I hadn't missed a day. I hadn't missed the game. I hadn't missed the field that I hadn't missed.
Yeah. So it's
I got the hours. I got the hours in that. Nobody can tell me about that.
I got my 10,000 hours in there.
In parent, I have it.
Say 10,000.
I have it. I ain't been locked up 5 years. I ain't missed 8. I hadn't missed.
You've been there every day.
Been there every day.
I can tell you a lot of stuff about that, right? And I got hours in music.
And you're an expert in that because I can tell you about this.
I was in the streets and navigating. Me and Pistols talking about this. Navigating. Some people they go locked up 10 years where they got hours in the penitentiary. I'm not. I can't tell you. I don't even know where to go.
Yeah, how even moving there, right?
I think of a nigga who navigated with street niggas for 20 years or 25 years. You know how good you got to be to navigate out here. You know who's like. That's even a bigger skill.
That's a huge accomplishment.
That's a bigger skill. And that's ultimately the reason why I left rap because I thought rap was the streets to me, and I couldn't. Nobody can give me the rap.
Damn, for real.
Nobody can give me the rap.
I want to ask you why though.
It's just
because you knew.
Yeah, it just gives me some in my stomach, man. Like this right here is refreshing. It's therapeutic. I like you guys, and I studied enough. I seen Litos on that. I said I like what they doing. That's why I came, and I like talking. I like telling my story because it's some things is. I like getting it out there because a lot of people don't know my real story. They kind of whatever, they don't know me. But as far as the rap music or just being amongst, niggas and
you're an entrepreneur to us, and we didn't know, a lot of the mass really didn't know your story.
Facts. And I think that's why a lot of people I used to be mad at. And it was sometimes I was like, man, I'm this, I'm that, and I got kind of caught up in there, right? Yeah. And that's still a sign of not really knowing yourself because now I'm so secure that I really don't care now.
Yeah.
I used to care, even though you saying, "Oh man, he in the street or he whatever." Some of that stuff used to make me mad.
So I'm telling you,
you come from a good family.
Always,
always. I got that too. I got that too.
You will hear that shit.
Two-parent household.
It made me want. And what I understood was them the toughest niggas. Let me tell you something, man. I'm real because I didn't drop out, nigga. I tell my son I'm tough because nigga, when you get in trouble, you're a follower. The last time I got in trouble, I was following suckers if I knew what was right or wrong. Right? Like, if you know what's right and wrong and you can't say this is wrong, you'll follow. That's why I say my son was the toughest person. Because guess what? If you old enough to know what's right and wrong, then you can't stop it. But you're not retarded, right?
Yeah.
So you still do it. Everybody say, why? You really a follower.
You're a follower, most definitely.
When you're a leader, you kind of know. Now, if I do something, when y'all see me doing something, I meant to do it. So if y'all see me, whatever spec, I meant to do it, and I'm gonna get up. I meant to do it
whatever
again.
It is, what it is.
To this day, I would do it again. Like if a nigga I'm just like that. I'm out, and not saying to be tough. Everybody, I'm gonna respect. I'm gonna do whatever. But that's why I don't get around people when it comes to following or doing something. So that's called a mistake and just being peer pressure. Damn, I did this. I don't know. I'm with these. My point. I'm so much of a leader that I tell my son is and my daughter is. Now, if you're a leader, you do the right thing, right? Or you're a sucker. So my point. I think you're tough. You tough when you do the right thing. Yeah. So I was telling Penny, man, a lot of times, man, with my son, I was like, me so tough that he don't disrespect you. I think sometimes the tough kids get, oh man, dude would have been cold if he didn't drop out of school. Well, that means he's soft. Dude would have been cold if he didn't pass the drug. He'd go to JUCO. That means he wasn't persevering and doing his work. Why are we always applauding people? Oh, you know that nigga man before he brought the dope? That's a loser mentality. What about the person who said yes sir, no sir, never played hurt, never disrespected anybody? Those people, the point we say, oh they that's the tough ones. The tough ones drop out. The tough ones, the soft ones drop out. The soft ones say, oh my baby mama crashed. Oh, that's soft. That's a loser mentality.
The tough ones is the ones who, like you say,
persevere.
I'm going to persevere through all of this.
It's the biggest misconception in the world. So I'm trying to be the one to promote.
We celebrate that.
And we do.
Paper, you know what's weird? And I'm happy you saying that, Paper. It's weird, man. We celebrate. We put on our kid gloves with the one that keep going to jail or keep doing the bullshit. Just look at it in sports.
All the ones we talk about, man. You remember so-and-so from South 8, man. He was cold, man. Nigga, man, the coach said something to me, threw his jersey out, but he was cold. He ain't nothing.
He ain't nothing. He ain't nothing. He had
Y'all ain't talking about the ones that from the neighborhood that still play. Nobody's saying it's the biggest. So I'm the guy that promote right? And you can, and they's the ones when people used to come to me and say, man, my son rap, the first thing I say, oh, what's his grades like in school? Oh yeah, he dropped out. He over in Woodland Hills. I'm not finna listen to that nigga rap. Why y'all bringing me people that rap that dropped out in 10th grade?
Yeah.
What are we doing? But them the ones, paper, my little nephew, he ain't nothing. I don't say that, but I'm just saying.
But you giving the truth. You giving the truth.
First of all, it's the truth on economics that the more people you know, that's the more people you can pass out to. Ask Lito, the Lito story. You go to college and university, his stuff spread that much. When you dropped out, 30 people. So you done dropped out 9th grade, you up and smoking cigarettes and your auntie and your mama. Let me tell you how soft it is. How soft is it when you can drop out at 15, 16 and still live with your mama? That's spoiled.
That's spoiled.
Motherfucker talking about 2 parents. I had to work every day. I tried to drop out. My dad threw me through the thing. You can drop out.
I couldn't drop out.
I'm telling y'all, how many people y'all know dropped out and slept on their mama couch in the project? That's spoiled. That ain't tough.
If I dropped out, my mama kicked me out.
That's spoiled. That's spoiled. When you can drop out and have a place to stay.
No, you're right. I want to ask you this.
That's touching my spirit.
Yeah, because
I didn't say that's spoiled.
So I want to ask you this, right?
Okay.
Why do guys who just come home from jail get more of a celebration than a guy who graduated college to you?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. We kind of promote, is everything is reversed. I said that on Lito, Hot Chicken when I was talking, man. To me, man, and with guys like yourself, like promoting. I'm big on positivity. Again, my son just graduated from TSU, and I'm the proudest. I probably cried. I was probably crying from, I can't remember, taking him to pre-K a few years.
You said that, yeah.
Yeah, and I was proud. I'm proud of this. It's bigger than any 30 points because if you look around, you don't see it's a lot of people that had kids when I had kids, but you didn't see a lot of graduations.
That's a fact.
No.
Look at Facebook, not college graduations.
No, you're right.
So it's a big deal,
man.
So we can't act like this. We can't talk about it one day and then keep on going, and we're going to start talking about it. I'm gonna still talk about it for it's just been a few days. It's people who I'm not down in nobody else's, right? But it's the truth. You feel what I'm saying? So if you look on Facebook and you see everybody, they had kids, and it's one college graduation of a young black male around here.
Yeah.
And his cousin graduated. That's Trick Daddy's son. That's his cousin. LeJay. Shout out to him. Up and they went to Miami. So that's my son.
Yeah,
but
he went to the U, right?
Yeah, he went to FAMU.
Yeah.
But my point, I'm just kind of highlighting that stuff, and I'm proud about that stuff, right? Yeah. So, because we're going to highlight, again, the nigga who just came home. Yeah. And I like that nigga, too. I'm cool with all of them. Them my guys.
I feel like I feel like a lot of people who come, when I come home, I'm quiet.
Yeah.
I
just asked you. I remember when you was like, you never said nothing about that. It's not a badge of honor. Friends talk about that a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my good friends too.
Yeah. Shout out
but we all street niggas or whatever. But that don't make it. And I think it's coming around though. I think it's coming around. A lot of people like, man, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And some people still in it. We all kind of. I could have had. I don't look down on it, right? I could have had my time that I don't look down on nothing like that. I'm not saying I'm better than it. I'm just saying we got to start promoting the positive and stuff. The same with the same amount of hours and energy that we promote the niggas. So again, if my son just graduated from college last week, I'm still here and I'm supposed to be driving my trucks over the road. I'm still celebrating with him. I'm still talking about him every day. I'm still getting on podcasts again and saying, man, I'm proud, right?
And he see that.
Yes, he is.
And the world see it.
Yeah, even got him a song and gave him a video.
I seen that song today, man. Graduated.
He did. It's called Graduated. So he proud
and he look good, and he can rap.
Good, and he's still from the neighborhood, right? You still that. You got Barry on. He's a pro.
He got
right?
your confidence,
and all them dudes in there as pros or going somewhere. He said, get what I tell them, man, no guns or nothing. Nah, we ain't on that pop. You feel what I'm saying? Because all of them got to see somebody the next day, but you still can get off and have fun. So it's a level of, it's a median that you can still be yourself, right? And not be corny, but still be you. And that's kind of what I promote.
I like this paper. Let me ask you this. The name of the single, man. What's your son's rap name and what's the name of the single?
Man, his name PGC Marcus, and him and PGC is like point guard crew. It was him, Darius Garland, a few people that was point guards or whatever, but they say point guard, but that's where the PGC come. Yeah. But he do the music, he do pop, he do country, he do
I didn't know
he do all of that, but he don't have time to do it because Penny first had him 4 years he said he's so tired just from
still being with Penny.
Shout out to Penny, you know what I'm saying? Penny, I told him, how much I appreciate him from sending my boy there to making him a man and graduating. That was the big goal. You know what I'm saying? They got another year. You're gonna play at Jacksonville State in Conference USA, get to play, more people, and then go on with his life. Hopefully I did enough. You know what I'm saying? And then reach back. He's probably still gonna be guiding them, but I gave him enough. You know what I'm saying? That you graduated here with no babies, no felonies, never been in trouble, no coach have never said you disrespected.
That's the tough shit.
That's the tough shit.
That's the shit that
Penny said the other day, he said, bro, man, it's the best person I ever coached. Having, man, Penny cuss him out so bad sometimes, man, that he got to sit out. He had terrible games, 0 points, whatever. Penny cuss him out, call him everything. He going to get up and he going to wave the towel, right? What kind of character? He going to soak in the nut. Yes, sir. He going to get up and cheer for his teammates, right? And I'm going to give it another try, right? That's the character of a man. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you raise your kids for. You know what I'm saying? Everything else will fall in line.
I want to ask you this. I know the single is graduating. Shout out to the young king doing his
I appreciate that.
On the music. I want to ask you this though. So when he left, he graduated TSU. You said he gonna play one more year of basketball. Now what was that conversation like with Penny? Did Penny give you the blessing?
Man, it was actually, man. It was a hard conversation. It was it was emotional. Yeah, it was definitely emotional. Lamar was emotional, man. I thought that this season didn't go as planned as in Lamar, and he always say that his mental whatever. Sometimes it's a space, man, that you need another air, right? And I think this whole year for them too. They didn't ever get into it, nothing like that, but I think just from this, I could tell in his mental, maybe it's Nashville, whatever, he said he just needed a change of scenery. Yeah. So that was this year in me and Penny, but I also told him that you make sure you finish your job and what you did. And when me and Penny looked at it and talked about it, he said, he did everything. He did everything he came out to do. You know what I'm saying? He top 15 all time in scoring. You know what I'm saying? In Division I history, I'm proud of that. Over 12, 13, almost 1,300 points, right behind Anthony Mason in assists. Yeah. In the Division I era, you know what I'm saying? Since TSU been Division I, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud to say that he's top 15 in scoring and assists, which that's past Gerald Roberts, that's past Will P, that's past anybody. You know, some people say, they played 2 or 3, whatever it is, but my point is in TSU, he's 1,000 points, whatever. And I tell him I'm proud of him of that. He won't know it now.
That's a huge accomplishment.
He won't know it now, but most people don't go to college and get that.
No.
Does that make sense? If you look at all the stats, you know what I'm saying?
He won't know it. Listen, man, my daughter is 6. He won't recognize it until my daughter goes to TSU.
Facts.
And we at a basketball game and they celebrate Marcus
Fisher. And I'm proud about that. You know what I'm saying?
That's when
for him, I think, like I was saying to your point, I think he got 30 points 5 times in his career. He averaged probably 16 points ago in OVC career average. In the OVC, that means in conference play. I think his career average over 12, 13 as a point guard. So and playing 30 games a year, so he did enough. And me and Penny, he agreed. You know what I'm saying? We shook hands, we hugged, we cried. Yeah. And he said, "Go on, game is blessed."
I was going to ask you, was it a tough conversation?
Yeah, it was, and I actually made LaMarcus do it, man, because he was still on the fence, man. I come back for one more, man, finish it out. I said, with you graduating, I think you probably need to, with your mental, you know what I'm saying? I didn't never think his mental was all the way there. It was spots. It was spots, but it was the toughest.
What was it?
I don't know, man. I
it could have just been like you said, a change of scenery.
I think he said LaMarcus. He said he never got his footing. He had moments. I think he got hurt this year for the first time. He was out by 2 weeks. That happened, but he had moments. He'll have, I think, the last 2 weeks he had 20. He had 24, and then he had 3. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was always that yin yang. He averaged around 10 or whatever, but it just never was that what we thought it was from the junior year. You know what I'm saying? Junior year averaged about 14 and 5, and as a point guard, and he just never got that rhythm.
Well, I gotta ask you this, right? I mean, it's my job, brother. It's my job, right? So we know your son played with Hersey, right? I don't know how close. Did you get close with Master P? Did you meet him?
Well, let me tell you this. Man, it's weird. P weird.
Okay, what's up? Talk.
P something else, man. Penny didn't touch on it, man. P I'm gonna keep it.
He most definitely didn't.
P full of it. Okay. Man. P one of those guys. I'm gonna tell you this, man. If y'all go back and look at the stories that people say about him close. Okay, if you look at C Murder, where he always, right? If you look at Romeo when he came out.
Romeo came out and
said some stuff. If you look at The Wife, what he did with the first wife, Sonya.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, if you look at if you look at it, the track record That's what I think of him. I think just that of him. He didn't. My son went up there. He flew him up there. He did do that. Stayed with him about a week. Worked out in California. He's California. Okay, this was when Hersey came. Yeah. He kind of knew I was the guy. He knew Marcus was the guy coming off his freshman year, averaging about 13 to 14. Yeah, so he knew if Penny didn't stand on it, he would have thought he can come just take over everything, right? He didn't respect us enough. But
he used his celebrity. He tried to use his celebrity status.
He had enough report to say, okay, who's this? So that's why he actually got the billboards of Marcus and Hersey. Master P, there's some billboards around. About 5, and P paid for them.
Okay.
But he, if you pay for them, you can put anything on there. So he put he started putting Marcus with Hersey because he knew that there's a dude around here that's a Nashville.
That's that shit too though. Yeah.
That was all cool. I didn't really have a personal connection with him. I talked to kind of his he got like a agent manager dude that kind of was around here. Dude was cool. Yeah. But what my opinion of him, I'm just telling you my opinion of him is the same opinion that all those people had. It's not the Albert don't fall too far to you and Romeo come out like that, right?
Yeah,
Romeo
go
like did that make sense? Talk to the wife. She done came look at it. All the people, man, from all the people say the same stuff. They might not say it publicly no more, but they say the same stuff. So
it's whispers about
of monkeyness, like a monkey nigga, like a
he said it's
selfish,
of a monkey
like selfish, for me, and that's what I believe. That's just my opinion.
Because what he was saying about TSU,
why would you throw them over? Why would you it's always monkeys, always
athletic
me.
Department.
If you look at him, man, that's just my opinion. I like I said, I hadn't had a personal dealing with him. My son did go over there, stay with him. You know what I mean? For about a week or two, he didn't really see P much.
Yeah.
So they flew him up there.
Okay.
He stayed in the house or whatever, the mansion or whatever. They worked out every day with the guys or whatever in California.
Damn, P.
Yeah, and they went to the mall. He didn't really never have a connection with Hersey like that. Hersey more of now I don't even know if they talk. Now, the thing with my son, he don't really get tight with a lot of people. He tight with me.
Yeah.
But he's a, you know what I'm saying, he a Leo like me.
He got and plus your son is at the point where I go back to you.
Yeah.
17. And just when you were 17 and you had that name.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at your son as being 22 and he that nigga.
Yeah, he got that name and he got that name. And I teach him to kind of, so he's not a, he's a nice guy, but he's just not gonna ride with you. He ain't coming to your stuff. He barely look at. He ain't gonna answer his phone. Like he's very just to himself. But he's open, but he's not. So with Hersey,
you gotta know him.
He's not that accessible.
He's not
that accessible.
Yeah, he gonna call me, man. So a couple people call him. DJs, he'll call me. He said, man, so and so text me or whatever. He gonna ask me everything. He gonna, cause I'm gonna get him. So I like our relationship.
Man,
like
I love that black father in this. Yeah, man. Just being a father. Period. Not even just being a father.
That's the best thing. So, but to P's credit, I think his kids love him. I think he's a good guy to his kids and stuff. But just everywhere else, I don't think
he probably want the best. Because we know these men who want the best for their kids. Yeah, and they just got a different way of showing
facts.
Like I might take my son to this daycare, right? Yeah. And then I say, oh, this daycare did some bullshit, and now I get on social media and say, man, you know what?
And I'm a little biased.
Never really fuck with my son. Yeah, we biased because
I'm a little biased to Penny, man. Now, and like I said, me and Penny, if I ever had an issue, whatever, with all of that stuff, it never would be on because he gave me my word and he helped my son. So anytime you help a man's son, and it ain't much I can say.
I can
say your play wasn't right, but hell, he shoot that ball sometimes.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
His man,
for sure.
We can go tick for tat with that. I don't know. I'm not a coach.
Yeah.
Right. I just know what he brought. But when
I just know what you brought to the table. I respect that. I
what we
respect
did together and what they did together.
It wasn't. So it was basically it was a tough conversation because we fuck with you
hard. And I didn't want it to be a narrative and we controlled the narrative. And that's why, if you notice, I always share the stuff we always loved and I always big him up and at him to say, no, but what he done. So a lot of times I post what he done because the same thing, his accolades and his accomplishments ain't done without Penny. Again, they kind of came at the same time, so he's Penny's only 1,000-point guy.
Yeah.
So I tell Penny to be proud. I'm not saying nothing that Penny can't be a part of because when he get 1,000, it's the last 1,000-point person since Patrick Miller and Rob Covington, right? So it's Penny's.
So that's been a minute.
It might be Penny's only because now the transfer portal is going. Jalen would have been, but Jalen left.
He left. Yeah.
So who's next in Penny before he get a bigger job that's going to have 1,000 points? He got to stay 4 years and agree to do.
Please let me ask you this, right? Because I know you're a hooper. what I'm saying, man? My brother, we love the hoop and shit, and I asked Penny the same thing, man. What is it gonna take? Because we know we got NIL going now. You know, we got the transfer portal now. What is it gonna take for TSU, man, to get to the dance? You there? You been every game.
I thought last year.
Okay.
This year I didn't really like this year for whatever reason. I thought he still won 18 games this year, and he also did it the year before. Which
he said back to back.
Which is Marcus. So Marcus was the captain. That's why I say of 2 18-win seasons.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. He was the captain of the last 2 years.
Your son is the captain.
Yeah, he's the captain. He was the captain of the last the highest wins.
18 to 18, the back to backs.
The year before that, that's when I thought they was really good. That I didn't believe it so much this year, and I tell people I don't know, I didn't believe it. But the year before, last year with my son and Junior Clay, they was real good.
Okay.
And I thought, in those games that Marcus, man, I cussed him out so bad one time, man, in Little Rock, man, I didn't know if he was on something or whatever, and I told Penny, I'm going to get him.
I didn't know if he was on something.
Yeah. I didn't know if a girl that broke up with him, man, the nigga, man, Penny had to pull him. So it's times that me and Penny talk, I'm like, man, what's up with dude? Yeah. You know, and I had to, look in his eye, because I'm not, like I tell people, I never was hard on my son in basketball. I tell people, nigga who got all of that and ain't never got his ass whooped, I ain't hard on him. He never had his ass. He ain't done much for it, but like a hard dad is, hey, look, I'm kidding about no basketball.
You got to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and shoot 1,000 jumpers. That's the
biggest misconception. I'm going to cheer for all of them the same way y'all see me cheering for my son. I'm cheering for my daughter running the track. I'm a cheer. Or my little boy. Yeah. I love, and your kids, if I'm there, that's what I do. I'm I did that for Buck and my brother Buck and Pearl and San Antonio. I was running up down there. So I'm a family guy. I'm cheering for him, running up down there. So my son is just my son, but it wasn't, oh man, paper making, man, I ain't messing that nigga up. Man, that nigga, if he shouldn't have balls, he shouldn't have balls.
He shouldn't have balls. Yeah, I'm not that strict on it.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, man, turn this shit up or whatever. It's the same thing. So that's I wanted to clear that because I've heard that. Like, man, paper hard on man, bro. Man, I get a nigga everything.
I heard that.
Man, and hiding the nigga ain't, I mean,
and it be fucked up at time when you
can't be hard on a nigga when he
Joe J said paper Joe Jackson.
Yeah, I heard that. I said, hey,
he out there whooping these kids.
Hey, listen, man, I heard, hey man, paper mess, I heard it. I like that, bro.
And it be fucked up when you hear that shit. When you hear that shit and it's coming from your city, like you like,
all right, the nigga.
Hold on, y'all know that ain't even me. Y'all know I ain't waking him up to do no.
The nigga got bigger cars than me.
Yeah.
How you hard?
Yeah.
Man, nigga pull right here, stats and Hellcats and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, my boy, how you hard you sport?
Yeah.
Hard. Stop playing.
Yeah.
We'll clear it up right now.
No, I love it, paper, man. Right. Listen, man. So we don't win on everywhere. Hey, this has been dope, man. But so we talking about parenting, the whole nine parenting.
For sure.
You said you done rapping.
Yeah.
How long you done?
Done.
You done.
Yeah. First of all, I ain't got nothing to say. Like, I ain't got nothing to rap about. I mean, I'm rapping about trucking and goddamn it, my logs wrong and shit. You know what I mean?
I didn't go off duty.
Yeah, I go off duty. Yeah, what they talking about? 30 minute personal convenience. I'll tell y'all about that. They fucking me up on their inspections and shit.
I didn't do my 10 hours.
Yeah, they pissing me off with that, bro.
But musically wise, you saying, you're done.
Yeah,
you had your run.
Yeah,
it was a great run.
Yeah, I was proud of it.
Yeah, it was a great run.
At my height, I tell you this. Y'all asked earlier about the biggest the biggest I ever got. I was getting 5,000 a show probably for 2 years, and I was doing that once or twice a week consistently. With Dope Boy probably 10 to 13. You know, it was 3,500 to 5,000. That's the biggest I ever been. Now, and so I can count on that.
You can about between 7 and 10,000 a week.
He pretty much came to 2 down 1 out parties.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You 2 down 1 out parties. I was like, look, the Love and Hip Hop girl. I remember you had. Ooh, what's the song with the V12?
V12 that was
man.
That was good.
Oh, that V12.
Yeah, that was after that. That was right after that. That was a year after that. So I was coming with him.
This girl was from Queens, and I remember her hitting me up, and she was like, "Yo, I can't wait to be in Nashville." And she was like, she made the same reference that you made in the V12.
Yeah.
She was like, "Yeah, cause when I get down there, I'll be in the V12. We go like, she's like, who is that nigga?" And then when she looked at it, I was like, "Yo, this is dope," because this is at a time when I'm like, "Yo, Nashville," because I'm a Nashville guy. Anywhere I go, I'm gonna represent and I don't gotta know you or nothing, right? But I'm gonna, if the music's good, I'm gonna showcase it and put it in people's face.
You always did that.
Yeah, I always do that.
Yeah, and that's his shit. That's his shit. I know this.
And go ahead. Even on the shit, I want to say a shout out, like just a bar people don't say on that song. It's 2011, 2012, but I'm like, whatever I said on something, but one time for Big Freeze, got to get him back to Edge Hill, right? Even before that, I always was way before people. Then when he come up, that's on that record. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I always, people
Shout
don't really,
Freeze.
my nigga. But that was 10 years, you know what I mean? Yeah, Freeze, he got a good story.
I want to ask you this, though, man, because I know we cross paths a lot, man. When my brother was throwing his parties, man, sickest parties in the city. You was throwing the sickest parties in the city.
Yes,
and we crossed paths. Let me ask you this, man. Is it any thought about getting back into that party promotion?
I thought about it. It's just to me, man, like I said, again, I'm gonna give you guys y'all flowers. This is refreshing. I came here just from a little space, but then I'd be on something else. I don't I just done so much of that. You know what I'm saying? Not down, and I don't want to be the guy that's, I promote all the young people. I promote, because I got a young son and stuff. So I'm probably pro what's going on now. Even though I'm not listening all to it, I like that because it
like what's going on.
Was that. But for me, I'm not really trying to get into that space. That space, to me, it ain't enough money, that space for a nigga in my ear all night. You know, just
most definitely.
It's like you gotta does that make sense? If I can figure out, bruh talking about he spitting lyrics, bruh talking about pistol, bruh talking about dude got locked up, just got out, bruh still got 4.5 talking about that old shit didn't cook up right.
You ain't, is it still your number right here? You like, hey, bro, 7 songs done came on, bro. You still right here talking to me, bro. You crazy.
Bro, you swear about
God, man, listen, it's so many. I'm married, but I'm just saying this lady's the lights going. I've got a drink. I'm getting, and man, a nigga just in my ear just going off, man. And I ain't no mean nigga. I'm like, what is going on?
And since I ain't a mean nigga, that's why I'm letting him talk.
That's why I'm more irritated, but that's what makes me. And I just said one thing, just a microcosm of it, but that's crazy. That make me, again, to your question, answer the question, that make me say hell no. That right there, all that scenery in part is because you gotta be that.
I knew you. I remember when you did something for me.
Yeah, I remember.
Pearl
Line. Yeah, I talked to Pete the other day too.
I remember y'all just walking up to me, and it was because of you, because we knew already had that relationship. Yeah. And I remember they was like, "Hey, we finna fuck with you."
Yeah.
Piper said, "We finna fuck."
I remember that. I remember he was coming up, but it was more because we had to.
Yeah.
Like then niggas know who's who or who got a piece of change or who got to move, right?
Yeah.
So you almost got to hook up, or they gonna take over. Like, if we see you kind of coming up and respect it, like those three, you know what I'm saying, who's my partners, P and T.
Yeah, y'all most definitely reached out.
You know what I'm saying? Might well do it together and kind of try, you know what I'm saying, to chop it up, especially when you know somebody got their own motion, you know what I'm saying, and can come and say, some people can come do something on that night, and it ain't always like the power thing, man. I had people, man, when Rip came up, I remember this story, man, when Rip came up with Keys to the Chevy, I didn't know Rip. But Rip was coming up really fast.
Yeah.
And me and Lito never had the most. I was like, man, what's this nigga? Nigga was throwing Leo part on my shit, man. I had to move my shit, man. But it was somebody I kind of had to meet at that time.
Yeah, most definitely.
Just say, man, when you doing yours? It wasn't, because dude wasn't asking nobody what dates niggas was dropping.
Nah, he was just going.
He had the money and the motion.
He was just
so
going.
we just had us. We didn't really book people, whatever. Me and Lito, we booked us. And when you start bringing people and Trinas and all this stuff, man, you change the game a little bit. So we had to have a meeting to sit down. You know what I mean? Like, man, damn, you had that date, you do it or whatever. Because they're just, some people you got to talk to when you was one and like, okay, man, let's fuck with dude. You know what I'm saying? Type
y'all
thing.
reached out, man, and I ain't gonna lie, that was because I look up to T, just an entrepreneur.
Facts.
I look up to you musically.
Facts.
And I like this shit.
Yeah, facts.
You know, P. Streets,
yeah,
right?
Facts,
so
facts.
I'm looking at these three. And then shout out to Charlie P. Charlie P put us in a good position. But I just always, and I tell this story without you, and I always make sure I let people know. Paper. Pearl Line. T put me in a great position for my company. Y'all treated me more like I was the guy. You know how a lot of guys jump off the porch, and they don't have the uncle, who give them the work. I had y'all was my uncle who gave me the work.
Facts.
I didn't have to jump off the porch and small grind.
Yeah.
You guys saw something and was like, nah, he got his own motion.
Yeah.
But you guys put me in a car.
Because it's etiquette and it's a treatment and strategies to that. And T kind of taught me that. I kind of helped P. Me and P hooked up when he got out. I remember we started doing Leo Bash and all that stuff. And then I actually kind of helped Sean Gotti or put him he was doing his own thing, but me and him hooked up with the Sensations move. Yeah. That's kind of my move, and I brought him.
I remember that. I remember that.
He fit Sensations.
Because I fucked with T at the time.
People. So me and P was doing, me and Pearline was doing Lucid Blue, TGI Friday.
Yeah.
P didn't want to when they shut it down, was making the agenda. P didn't want to go to
Sensations. Yeah.
People like, man, but I said, shit, man, what a fit. And I said, Sean got to fit that.
Most definitely.
And I actually went to the meeting and told Milton. They was kind of scared of or heard about his, whatever. Yeah. And they was like, man, you sure? And I was like, nah, great guy, great person. I brought him and Crystal, whatever we had. And that's when we started the Friday Night Live.
And that's the layups. That's the layups that's hard. That keeps us together.
Facts.
The love that keeps us together.
Facts.
And these things that can go unheard of because it's not loud.
Yeah,
we don't scream it loud. Like, nah, it's that, hey, bro, I know that I can hoop. I know I can shoot the three, but today is a different lineup because I think he'll
because Sean Gotti was actually hitting good with he had Fusion. It was Fusion, which was the old LAX on Saturdays. Me and P was doing Fridays. And something happened, man. I said, shit, we ain't got no play. Something happened. I told Sean Guy, I said, I'm gonna go holler at Milton. Milton was actually not doing nothing. He was down, and we cranked it back to this day. I told him, bro, Sean Guy, I said, dude, got to hustle like no other. Sean Guy, that's my guy. He got to hustle like no other. He'll be relentless, and he know these kind of people. Not saying they say I knew them people, but that was more of his lane.
You people, what are you talking about? What do you mean, you people?
And them people, when he started putting that shit in them people, man, from the bottom and all them people, like, them my people too. But like it was a lane. I'm like, damn, P wasn't fucking with this shit.
But see, that's the thing. Before we go, man, I want to tell you that, man. Like, I'm gonna give my flowers to you just on the assist.
Yeah.
We got a lot of Michael Jordan. We don't have a lot of John Stockton.
No, they don't want to pass.
And listen, man, for you even to pass the ball because it's money involved.
Nah, facts.
And a lot of times we'll say, money involved, even though I know this is a fit for him,
do it, bro.
they won't say,
I can do it. Let me do it.
Let me do it.
Yeah, let me do it.
Yeah, so you even doing that, man.
Shit dope, bro.
That's something big. I want everybody to know, man, is that it's not all about you. At times, you do got to pass the ball. At times, you do got to make sure that, you know what, let me put somebody who, I know I can do this, but I think this person can do it better.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah, this person can do it better. If I write a movie, I know I can act.
Yeah.
But the movie consists of more of a view.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
So, man.
More of a real nigga.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, can't put me in. You know you can't put me in that. You know you're a real nigga.
Nah. Hey, but we finna get out of here. But I gotta ask, man, this is what the people want to know. I see you got that band on your finger, man. You done found it. You done found it. You done found it.
I'm happily married, I think. Shit, what? Probably 3 years, man.
Yeah. I remember on Instagram.
I love that.
Lito was there the whole crowd. Y'all was looking shy. I said, look at these niggas shining. I remember
y'all was going in. Y'all had that and the color was all
look like money.
I appreciate that.
Look like money, man. Nah, man, listen, man, you and your beautiful wife got a beautiful family, man.
I appreciate
that. I salute to that. I'm a big proponent of black love, homie.
I appreciate that.
I definitely want to promote black love.
We need to do that more. Yeah, we need to do that more.
I love all of that. Now, me, I'm a single man, right?
But that's fun,
I'm
though.
still,
and you look good though. And you look good,
man. That man in a relationship, man, on the low, man.
You got to be a 6'7".
Nah, he got a girl.
He's done. But listen, man, I do want to ask you this though. Like, what would you give a single man like me? What advice would you give me to find that one lady forever?
I already got that. I speak on that. I think transparency, man. When you get with her, man, listen, man, this what I do, this what I like. Man, is you gonna change them? And I like you because it is, right? Mm-hmm. Most times, man, everything change. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you got them, whatever you like to do, your habits, your core thing. Sometimes you know, if it ain't detrimental, you know what I'm saying, man, I smoke weed, I drink beer, I go out here, I meditate, I'm a Muslim, I pray to the God, whatever your core things is that you know you're not gonna, man, you got to sit, or y'all might, because somebody might end up cheating just from somebody, or just check this out, man. I like somebody kiss me on my neck, man. You scared to tell that girl that, right? Well, that's something small, but you'll be, man, I don't know if it's some kind. Or I dress up like Superman, right? Whatever it is, guess what? Because whatever you scared to tell her, you're gonna be cheating with the girl.
They accept that
like you ain't dress up like Superman.
Yeah.
That's why everybody keep
most definitely.
I'm telling my wife, man, I've been dressing up like Superman.
You a freaky nigga, man. You a freaky nigga,
like Superman, but I just
go ahead. I know.
But I see what you saying.
Like the core shit, man, motherfucker be scared. Like, damn, you was my side guy for all this stuff. We was having fun. Yeah. You know what I like? Now you judging like we like. I say my wife. Listen, goddamn it, I married you. Yeah, nigga, from whatever. Now everything can scale back or whatever. We got kids or whatever. It ain't just. But if we still looking good, now you married with the ring, house, got more money, and then tape off.
Yeah.
Man, you was dancing and when we had $20 and $30 room.
Yeah, for sure.
But now we look bad and we got $100,000 in the bank and a company. No.
You gotta keep that motion moving.
No.
Yeah, I like that.
I ain't bullshit.
I like that. Yeah, hey man. Listen, bro, this is some real shit. This is what we like. This is the platform that we tried to create, that we creating, is because we love these type of stories.
Yeah.
We love this type of gems. Yeah. Bro, you drop diamonds. I love everything. Look, this is all because he dropped. Because this man has came on the show, and this is one of my favorite shows.
I appreciate it,
we ain't even added yet, but I'm going to say it off the top.
No,
just
that
because.
Shit hard, bro.
Yeah,
shit hard. I do want that last one. If you want to promote anything, let the people know what you got going on. If they need to follow you on social media, how can they do that?
Man, yes, follow me on social media. I ain't got much going on, but a married man. I got Fitzgerald Trucking Company. Follow me. My son got some motion. He doing his thing, just basketball, sports, regular life. Marcus Fitzgerald Sr. on Instagram, and Marcus Fitzgerald on Facebook. Marcus Fitzgerald Jr. on Instagram. We separate, but we all together. And then, you know, love it, bro. That's it, man.
And y'all already know, man, what we do, man. Lano Excel. Before I leave, I got two things I got to tell y'all. Get money, stay true, get money.
And listen, family, if nobody told you today that they love you, let me be the first one to tell you. I love you, I love you, I love you, family.
Peace.